As your parent gets older, you might start to feel a little concerned about their memory, whether or not they have a diagnosis of dementia, or it just simply seems to be that they're getting a little bit less sharp with older age. You might have reasons for concern and be looking for some answers as to how to help keep them engaged to keep their memory as good as possible. In today's video, we're going to go over 3 engaging activities to help keep your parent's mind sharp. Be sure to stay to the end because the last one will probably surprise you. Hi, I'm Julie, physical therapist and founder of Help the Caregiver. If you're not a member of my free Facebook group for caregivers yet, please join us today. We'd love to have you. There's a link in the description below. The first thing I want to cover when it comes to engaging activities to help keep your older parent's mind active is to engage them in social activities. Our brains are meant to be social and to interact with the people around us. And a lot of times older people become very isolated. Their mobility might be a little bit less. Their ability to get out of the house might be a little bit less. And they might be more tired more easily than usual. And all of these things can lead to a decrease in how much they're interacting with other people. And our brain, our memory, our sharpness, our ability to be social with others is very much use it or lose it. And one of the things that I saw personally working in home health during the pandemic was a sharp decline in the memory of my patients, not because they had new diagnoses of dementia or worsening of a diagnosable problem, but because of the level of isolation that they were under. They were not interacting with other people on a regular basis, and this was causing huge amounts of memory problems for my patients. It's amazing how much that standing appointment at the hair salon on Fridays can make a difference with one person's ability to stay engaged and to have a sharp memory. So take this and run with it. Make it something that they want to do if at all possible, because the more they want to do this activity, the more they will actually engage in it. And the more engaged they are in it, the more engaged their brain is in this activity, which means the more benefit they are getting. If you take them out of the house to go to a party, but they pretty much post up in a corner and don't talk to anybody the whole time they're there, that's going to be of minimal benefit to them. But if going to Wednesday bingo is one of their favorite things to do at the assisted living facility where they live or at a local senior center, then prioritizing making sure that they get there every single Wednesday without fail is worth your time and worth the effort, because it's not only going to boost their mood, help to keep depression at bay, and physically engage them to get them out of the house or get them out of their room and keep them moving, which is good for their physical health. It's going to make a really big difference with their mental health and their mental sharpness. So find something social that your older loved one likes to do and make sure and prioritize that event or those types of events. The second thing that you want to prioritize when you're looking for engaging activities to help your older parent's memory is going to be the classic brain games. Yes, there is a lot of research to show that engaging our mind in certain difficult tasks or activities is going to help keep us on our A game. But the type of activity that you choose doesn't matter. Again, you want the one that your loved one is the most interested in participating in. It's their level of participation and their level of concentration on that task that's going to make the difference, not necessarily the type of task itself. Let them pick. Do they like Sudoku? Do they like crossword puzzles? Or what about word searches? Do they like little puzzles where they're having to move, this thing to move that thing so eventually it turns into a picture? Are they a person who likes to play with those brain teaser puzzles? You can Google those. They're fascinating and frustrating all at the same time. But some people absolutely love them. Maybe they like to play solitaire. Maybe they like to play bridge. Maybe they like to play poker. Even card games like that require thinking, problem solving, thinking ahead, keeping track of what's already been played or not, or trying to stay on top of a certain strategy in order to win. Anything like that is going to be very helpful to keeping their mind engaged and keeping their memory sharp. The third thing you want to take into consideration when you're looking for engaging activities to help your older parent's memory is actually physical activity. Now, I know this one may sound a little confusing because we're talking about memory here, but actually there is a very strong correlation between the amount of physical activity that a person is getting and their working memory. Again, our whole body works together as one system. And you've heard the phrase, use it or lose it. Most people think of that with relation to physical activity, but it also has to do with mental activity. Although the two things may not sound like they directly affect each other, they absolutely do. Staying more physically active helps to keep the body on its A game, and that's going to include keeping the brain functioning at its peak performance as well. So one thing that you can think about doing to help engage your loved one in a memory activity is to get them more physically active. And sometimes the reason for this can be hand in hand with what we talked about in tip number 1, that whatever they need to do physically might also bring about a little bit of social activity. Maybe your parent doesn't want to go to the senior center. They don't like playing bingo, but they really like going for a walk in the neighborhood. And if you show up faithfully once or twice a week to go walking with them in the neighborhood, you're keeping their physical activity up, but you're also engaging them in a social activity because the two of you are likely chatting with each other during this walk. So it's keeping them physically engaged and keeping their mind engaged. It's giving them social interaction, which most likely is going to give their mood a boost as well. So we want to think about your parent or your loved one as a whole person with all of the systems affecting the other systems. And staying physically active will also keep them feeling strong enough to engage in other activities. If their top complaint is that they're too tired to leave the house, helping to get them stronger and helping to get their endurance up will also help them to be less likely to refuse the social activities that they also need. I hope this video has been helpful to you and given you a few ideas that you can use to keep your loved one's mind engaged. Let me know in the comments your favorite way to keep your loved one's mind engaged, and let me know what you'd like me to cover in future videos. Please subscribe to my channel so that you never miss another video. I come out with new ones every week. And while you're waiting on my next video, please check out these other very helpful videos. I'm Julie with Help the Caregiver, and I'll see you next week.